after she done tied you up, whipped you, put a plug in you or whatever what it was that got you.
In the whirlwind of 2025, Shannon Sharpe, a former NFL star turned media personality, finds himself at the center of a storm of controversy that has captivated social media and gossip circles alike. The saga, marked by leaked audio, explosive interviews, and relentless speculation, has painted a complex picture of Sharpe's personal life, thrusting his private preferences into the public eye. What began as whispers about his relationship with his former stylist Hollywood has spiraled into a narrative involving ex-girlfriends, comedians, and allegations that challenge Sharpe's carefully curated public persona. This is the story of how Sharpe's attempts to navigate these accusations have only fueled the fire, leaving fans and critics debating his intentions and authenticity. The origins of this drama trace back to Sharpe's close association with Hollywood, his ex-stylist, who accompanied him to events as a +1, sparking curiosity among observers. Their frequent appearances together led to speculation about the nature of their relationship. Was Hollywood merely a stylist, or was there something more? Social media buzzed with questions about Sharpe's preferences, with some fans openly wondering why a 54-year-old man, never married and without a public romantic partner, seemed so closely tied to his male stylist. The rumors gained traction, and the term DL, shorthand for down low, implying a man secretly engaging in same-sex relationships, began circulating in discussions about Sharpe. Sharpe initially chose to ignore these whispers. However, the speculation grew louder, and he made a surprising move. He quietly parted ways with Hollywood. The decision, rather than quelling the rumors, only intensified them. Fans questioned why Sharpe would fire someone so integral to his team without explanation, interpreting the move as an attempt to distance himself from the allegations. The lack of transparency fueled suspicion, with many arguing that keeping Hollywood on would have been less conspicuous. Sharpe's silence on the matter left a void that gossip filled, and the narrative of him hiding something gained momentum. The situation escalated when Sharpe invited comedian Cat Williams onto his popular podcast, Club Shay Shay. Williams' interview was a bombshell as he took aim at several prominent comedians, sparking a feud that reverberated across the entertainment industry. While the interview boosted Sharpe's platform, it also drew the ire of those Williams targeted, who retaliated by turning their attention to Sharpe himself. Comedians like D.L. Hewley, Corey Holcomb, Mike Epps, and Eddie Griffin seized the opportunity to question Sharpe's sexuality, using their platforms to mock him and amplify the DL allegations. Hewley, for instance, likened Sharpe to the late Wendy Williams, suggesting that Club Shay Shay was becoming a hub for salacious gossip akin to Williams' talk show. Holcomb took a more direct approach, poking fun at Sharpe's nickname, Shay Shay, arguing that no heterosexual man would embrace such a moniker. He challenged Sharpe to address the rumors head-on, implying that his refusal to explicitly deny them was telling. Epps, during a stand-up routine, went further, calling Sharpe Medadia's twin sister, a jab at his perceived femininity, and claiming Sharpe had begged him for an interview, which Epps refused, citing discomfort with Sharpe's demeanor. Griffin echoed these sentiments, mocking Sharpe's appearance on his show, particularly his tight pants, and suggesting his behavior betrayed his true preferences. These attacks were relentless, with each comedian feeding off the other's jokes, creating a coordinated effort to paint Sharpe as something he insisted he was not. Sharpe, visibly frustrated, pushed back. In a fiery response, he called out Epps for lying about the interview request, revealing that it was Epps who had reached out to appear on Club Shay Shay. Sharpe threatened to release direct messages proving his point and warned Epps that further provocation would lead to a confrontation. "Say my name again, and I'm going to put the M in it," Sharpe declared, channeling his athletic bravado. He framed the comedian's attacks as a lazy attempt to capitalize on his platform's success, accusing them of recycling tired jokes about his sexuality because they lacked fresh material. Amid this back and forth, Sharpe addressed the Hollywood situation directly, offering an explanation that many found unconvincing. He claimed he fired Hollywood out of loyalty to his longtime stylist, Shelley, who had been with him for over 20 years. According to Sharpe, Shelley was hurt when he brought in Hollywood, as she felt sidelined despite her contributions to his image during his CBS and Fox tenures. Sharpe insisted that Hollywood's styling choices were merely rearrangements of outfits Shelley had already curated, and he regretted the decision to hire an outsider. However, this explanation raised eyebrows. If loyalty to Shelley was the issue, why hire Hollywood in the first place, and why keep him around for so long? Critics argued that the story didn't add up, and the timing of Hollywood's dismissal, coinciding with the height of the DL rumors, seemed too convenient. As the comedian's taunts continued, a new chapter in the saga unfolded, one that brought Sharpe's bedroom habits into the spotlight. Last year, Sharpe made headlines when he accidentally went live on Instagram during an intimate moment with a woman named Michelle. The audio, filled with heavy breathing and moans, went viral, with Sharpe audibly calling out Michelle's name. At the time, he claimed the live stream was unintentional, but many speculated it was a calculated move to counter the DL allegations by showcasing his involvement with a woman. The incident, while embarrassing, seemed to fade from public discourse until Michelle herself reemerged with a shocking interview. Tasha K., a notorious gossip vlogger, invited a woman claiming to be Michelle onto her show, and the revelations were explosive. Michelle alleged that the Instagram Live was no accident. According to her, Sharpe deliberately broadcast the audio to dispel the gay rumors without releasing explicit visuals that could damage his career further. She claimed Sharpe was meticulous about ensuring only their voices were captured, a strategic choice to protect his image while addressing the speculation. More startling were Michelle's claims about their private encounters. She described Sharpe's preference for unconventional bedroom activities, particularly enjoying stimulation of his poppy hole with various objects. Disturbingly, she noted that his body appeared accustomed to such practices before their relationship began, hinting at prior experiences that went beyond her involvement. Michelle's interview painted a vivid picture of Sharpe's private life, one that contrasted sharply with his public persona as a rugged, masculine athlete. She described him as charming and physically impressive, likening him to a Greek god, but also suggested his preferences leaned toward experiences typically associated with non-heteronormative behavior. While she stopped short of labeling him as bisexual, she admitted to wondering about his orientation, only to dismiss the thought by reasoning that his desires didn't necessarily define his sexuality. Her account, delivered with a mix of nostalgia and unease, added fuel to the ongoing debate about Sharpe's personal life. As if Michelle's interview weren't enough, another bombshell dropped, an audio allegedly featuring Sharpe and Hollywood in an intimate encounter. The leak, which surfaced around the same time as Michelle's interview, sent shockwaves through social media. Some dismissed it as AI-generated, a plausible theory given the proliferation of deepfake technology. Sharpe's team leaned into this narrative, suggesting the audio was fabricated to smear his reputation. However, others insisted it was authentic, arguing that the AI excuse was a convenient way to deflect accountability. The audio's release intensified the scrutiny on Sharpe, with social media users dissecting every detail. One commenter remarked, "Nobody accidentally goes live on Instagram having growls." Boomers like Shannon Sharpe are willing to lose their jobs to prove they aren't gay to strangers. Another questioned the logic of Sharpe's actions, suggesting the entire saga felt like a setup orchestrated by his enemies. The cumulative effect of these events has left Sharpe in a precarious position. His attempts to clear his name, from firing Hollywood to addressing the comedian's taunts, have backfired, drawing more attention to the very allegations he sought to suppress. The Michelle interview and the leaked audio have shifted the conversation from speculation to supposed evidence, forcing Sharpe to confront questions about his private life in ways he never anticipated. His defenders argue that he's a victim of a coordinated smear campaign, with comedians and gossipmongers exploiting his platform's success to tear him down. They point to his accomplishments as an athlete and broadcaster, urging fans to focus on his professional contributions rather than his personal choices. Critics, however, see Sharpe's responses as evasive, accusing him of dodging direct questions about his sexuality while fueling the drama with his clapbacks. The inconsistency in his explanations, particularly regarding Hollywood's firing, has eroded trust among some fans who feel he's withholding the full truth. The DL allegations, once confined to gossip blogs, have now permeated mainstream discourse, with Sharpe's every move scrutinized for clues about his intentions. The comparison to Wendy Williams, initially a jab, has taken on new weight as Club Shay Shay's growing reputation for messy revelations mirrors the sensationalism of Williams' era. At its core, this saga reflects the challenges of navigating fame in the age of social media, where personal boundaries are eroded and private moments become public fodder. Sharpe's story is a cautionary tale about the perils of engaging with rumors, as each response seems to invite more scrutiny. Whether the allegations about his preferences are true or not, the public's fascination with them underscores a broader cultural obsession with labeling and defining others' identities. For Sharpe, the path forward is uncertain. He can continue to fight the narrative, risking further entanglement in the drama, or retreat from the spotlight, a difficult choice for someone whose career thrives on visibility. As the dust settles, the question remains, what does this mean for Shannon Sharpe's legacy? Will he be remembered as a trailblazing athlete and broadcaster, or will the scandals of 2025 overshadow his achievements? The answer lies in how he navigates the coming months, and whether he can reclaim control of his narrative in a world eager to write it for him. For now, the streets are watching, and the tea is still brewing.